with 80 points on the board as we get ready to play in half number 2. The Blazers have the first possession. 6th time in NBA playoff history a team has scored 80 points in the first half. As a foul is
energy this way. It's a home game for Portland, so if you could just imagine them coming out at halftime, the announcer getting everyone into it, giving them that extra energy. They're really going to need some right now.
Well, Edmond is one of the great arenas,
Yes.
one of the loudest arenas in the NBA. I'll never forget, as long as I'm doing this job, the incredible finish against Oklahoma City last year as JaVale McGee scores inside that 37-foot dagger by Damian Lillard. One of the great moments in NBA playoff history. Dame's done that twice. He's sent teams home from the postseason. Tom Barbie was on the stats machine there, Chris Webber. And so we talked about the 80-point half. The last time it was done here, but just speak a little bit about how we were going to commercial right there.
Yeah, I was just saying earlier, I talked to Juwan Howard about the focus of LeBron James, and he was just speaking in admiration, saying, you know, with how much this man takes on, the focus, how you could feel it throughout the locker room. And you know, I love the dedication of the players this year a lot. We're a little bit hesitant about coming to the bubble because they didn't want to take attention off of the killing of unarmed black men and women in this.
It'll be a part of here in the bubble. Good for these players to stand up, use their platforms, and play basketball at an extremely competitive level and do what they do. These players can do both.
That's right. Provide a wonderful distraction for those out there in the struggle so they can get back to work and continue the great work they're doing.
Carmelo Anthony, a positive moment for the Portland Trail Blazers. Markieff Morris and Damian Lillard picks his pocket. Lillard's been quiet here today, just 9 points. Gives it up, and no. And LeBron rips down another rebound. LeBron's got a chance at a triple-double here tonight if he wants. I don't know if he'll be around the game long enough, but he's got 28 and 6 with 7 assists at this point. And that's going to be a foul on Kentavious Caldwell.
And not give Portland any room right now to come back.
Lakers were rusty, I think is probably the best word. They didn't have a lot of the combinations they would have while they were through the seeding games. A little uneven with their play, did not shoot the ball particularly well, which carried over a theme from the regular season, and weren't playing the kind of defense in the seeding games.
Around from side to side, that they came out with a different focus tonight.
I'll be curious to see if Frank Vogel will try to get some more minutes. There's going up top for McGee. LeBron made eye contact, delivers it right on the money. And another assist for James. That's number 8. 21 assists for the Lakers on 34 made baskets. That's going to be a foul on a 3-ball. Chance at a 4-point. Medical team of the Blazers. He is functioning just fine during the games. He hasn't made an excuse, hasn't talked about it. He's played great. He's got a lot of heart, C.J. McCollum. Both of these guys do. Lillard and McCollum, what a duo. And now it looks like Melo popped in the chops. That's going the other way. And so frustrating tonight for the Blazers. Nurkic sends it out to Carmelo Anthony, and the 3-pointer is in, and a foul. So to LeBron, and he sets up McGee running the floor, and the layup is good.
So athletic, so nimble, so quick on his feet. JaVale McGee, just that's all he needs to do. Just finish, be a runner, open up that paint and finish.
McCollum kicks it. Carmelo Anthony. And McCollum with the rebound. Damian Lillard a long 3. That's been the night for the Portland Trail Blazers tonight. Well, you saw on the other end of the floor the seat normally occupied by Anthony Davis is vacant as McCollum goes to the hole, can't get it to go. There's a whistle and a loose ball foul. Let's check in with Jared. What do you got on AD, Jared?
Well, he has returned to the Laker bench, BA, but AD is done.
Beat up. And Chris, you know, you have to go back to the start of the seeding games with the Blazers knowing that Every game is a playoff game, even in the seeding game, taking a physical toll on them, having to win, getting that 8th seed. You know, they started 3.5 back of that spot. They beat Memphis twice, including in the play-in game, just to get a spot in these playoffs for the right to play the Lakers. And at some point, you figure that fatigue is going to, and the injuries are going to start to stack up, and we're seeing that with the Blazers right now.
Yeah, this is their so-called 4th playoff game, but in my estimation, it's their 12th, because those first 8, as you said, had to be in playoff form, and it takes a lot out of them.
Nurkic inside, banging away. Back to the free throw line he'll go, but Trent is down. LeBron working on Gary Trent Jr. Double team comes. Here's Kuzma now. Gives it right back.
Good repost.
James on the post up. And now Kuzma for 3. He's got it. That's been a big story tonight. Lakers have found their stroke. And then a hit 50% from 3-point range. 13 out of 26. Kyle Kuzma has hit his 3rd 3 tonight. There's Carmelo Anthony, a little vintage Melo right there. Skinny Melo, or bubble Melo, if you will. He's been terrific for the Blazers.
And though this is a blowout, let's just be honest. What happens on teams is they find rhythm and they find other things to get them going. So we just saw the repost of LeBron. I haven't seen that before with Kuzma. So in the next series, look for Kuzma when he can't get going to be able to take his time and say, LeBron, you post, be a decoy, I'll throw it back into you, and just wait for the spot-up shot, just like he did that last play.
Loose ball foul on Nurkic. He's asking Terry Stotts to take. LeBron's in it.
He's like, you sure the video saw that? Let me talk about that again.
One more look at that. I want to challenge the challenge.
Yeah, exactly.
Throw the flag. There you go again. LeBron James posting up on Trent. Double team comes. Kuzma stumbled with it a bit. Fires one inside to Morris. Shot clock at 3, and LeBron hits the deck, and that's going to be a foul on Gary Trent Jr. All right, Damian Lillard out of this game. Jared Greenberg with an update.
BA, Lillard will not return tonight. He has a right knee injury. Again, Lillard will not return with this right knee injury. We'll have more as soon as we get that from the team.
Happened at the 7:16 mark when he was on the take with Markieff Morris on him. And that's been the one who was in LA for 3 years. Hassan Whiteside. Turnaround jump hook is good. Making our way to the end of the 3rd quarter. It has been all Lakers here tonight. It started with a 15-0 run to begin this game in the first 4 minutes. And then they went on a 10-2 run to start the 3rd quarter. And Portland has just had no answer tonight. Gary Trent Jr. gets a friendly bounce.
We're late in that 2nd quarter, but I still want to see if they continue to go to LeBron in the post, let him get others involved, and let guys get a feel for how to continue to play off him, because they're going to have some offensive struggles later on in this playoffs.
Kyle Kuzma hits. He's got a nice night going. 11 points for him. Only missed twice tonight.
Taking his time, spotting up, spacing the floor. Great job by Kuzma.
Kuzma's always in the headlines as McCollum is fouled. You know, as that 3rd one with the Raptors last year, and of course when he was terrific for the Spurs. And just dropping bombs all day long as McCollum can't hit the 3. There's Howard out to Waiters.
Well, Danny Green's so important on that defensive end too. He usually checks that 2 guard. He switches off, sometimes onto the best offensive player. You just want him to feel good about his game.
He's put up a lot of points in his playoff career. He's got over 1,000 points in playoff action as Dwight Howard gets a couple of rebounds out of that and another putback.
And there's another technical here when Melo thought he was fouled on a play and didn't get the call. And you've seen that frustration manifest all night through their play, specifically by not sharing the ball and not spacing the floor.
25-point lead for the Lakers after the Trent 3. And here goes Waiters. Yeah, he'll take it. A willing shooter.
Oh, yeah. Never saw a shot he didn't like.
First basket of the game for Dion Waiters. McCollum inside, scores it. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter here. Well, it's a blowout tonight. Final game at the NBA bubble.